field before the game, it is absolutely insane. These Ole Miss fans are letting Lane Kiffin know just how angry they are that he left to take the LSU job. Now he brings his Tigers back into the Ole Miss Stadium, and it is hectic. There's a lot of noise, a lot of excitement, and a lot of energy down here. Not all of it is positive being directed at Lane Kiffin. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And he's going to try to return this one. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Making side adjustments here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down?
Might have a chance. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Here's a hit. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Hauls it in, looking for space. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Rebels offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Running inside, it's Lacy. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
There's the pressure. Crosses the 35.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Lacy. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever.
And it's caught inside the 20. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. In the red area, it's Lacy. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. RPO complete to open the drive. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. LSU quick to the line.
That's a bang-bang type play. RPO in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible.
Wide open space. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Back to pass. Here comes the heat.
Reese, never a doubt. You kidding me? He had a 2-yard cushion there. Like, he knew exactly where he was on the field, trying to throw the ball down the field, create some space, right, to make it easier for your play caller. Quarterback gets sacked, but thank goodness it wasn't a safety.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Here we go. Top. Ninja.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. LSU right back to the line. Run in the red zone. It's Durham. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Got enough space. Touchdown LSU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Miller. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And we got our first break of the game, right? First break of serve. You've seen 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. And finally, the defense makes a play in this football game, forcing the 4th down. Now getting the ball back to your offense, and hopefully they can stay hot.
Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On 3rd down, here's Durham. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Got the back over the middle. Breaks into the open. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run inside. It's Lacy. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Slings it downfield. Pulls it in. It's Lacy. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Finds his tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Rush is on him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble.
It's a seam wide open. Running free. Getting this offense going. Stopped him at the 38 after the huge gain.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. It's Levitt. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 7 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Hurricanes getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside, Mac.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fakes to grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the wideout. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Running inside, it's Lacey. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Rebels want to move quickly. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out fast. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that 1st down.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt...
Here's a little room there. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
They go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Berry. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Got it, looking for a first. Caught, and he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Running the red zone, it's Berry. And he's in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Number 20 set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. quarterback making adjustments. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Pocket breaking down. Still looking. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. LSU quick to the line. Trying to run, it's Berry. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown LSU! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Turning it on. Inside the 50. The 30. The 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Looking for a crease. It's Berry. On the move at the 30. Wrestled out of bounds at the 26. A huge pickup on the ground.
26-yard line. Good out for a first down.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's a give to Durham. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
A big third down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. The run inside. It's Durham. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Unloads it left. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll start on the ground with Durham. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. LSU right back to the line.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On the option. He'll pitch it. There's a crease. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Tigers trying to cash it in on first and goal. Here's Durham. Touchdown Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they are cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And with that throw, man, you've got to look at this two-game run for this team. Like, to be able to do it in back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, guys that you know, this is going to be a resume builder, a confidence builder for this squad. Impressed with the way this offense has handled their situation. The QB has handled some difficult moments, but Palmer, back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, that's pretty impressive.
Big for his confidence as a player. I think big for the offensive coordinator and the head coach and their confidence in him as well, because you're right. You beat 2 top 25 teams in 2 straight weeks, in large part because of the way he's played. As a quarterback now, you're earning more throws for the...
He's got it on the outside. Breaks free. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Maybe some room here. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. On first down, here comes this offense. From the red zone, it's Hall. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care.